Antenna deployed.
Okay, it's time to talk about another battle avionic, and this time we're going to be looking at Tether. Now, to me, Tether seems like a battle avionic that really should be in the first slot, i.e. the defensive battle avionic slot. But right now it's in the second slot as an offensive battle avionic. So, Tether emits a field that restricts up to 10 enemy targets within 200 meters for 20 seconds. Detonates for 3,000 damage over 120 meters. So here we are in free space, and basically the way that this ability works is you press 2 and that little ball of swirling power will just fire from your ship, and it will travel up to a certain amount of distance before it basically goes to a complete stop. As you can see, it's no longer moving anymore. So any enemy fighters that come near it will then be lashed by a yellow energy string, I guess, and after that duration, the tether will explode. You can also detonate the tether manually via two means. Either just sending out a new tether, so for example you do that, and then you press 2 again, and you set on another tether, the first tether will explode, or alternatively, you could actually shoot the tether. Like so. So keep in mind that when you are using tether, try not to fire your guns in the same direction, especially if you're the pilot, because you might accidentally explode the tether without really using it. It doesn't actually latch onto 10 enemies in one go, it only latches onto 4, so that's kind of a bit weird. But the good thing is that if those enemies are closer to you when you fire out the tether will actually pull the enemies in close to each other in some sort of physics-based way, which is actually really good if you are hoping to use something like Munitions Vortex or Seeker Volley or even your good old-fashioned Tycho Seeker, because these weapons do a lot of AoE damage. So by reducing the distance between these fighters, it is actually possible even for a Seeker Volley to do a lot of AoE damage. Another great thing about this ability, which actually makes it slightly better than Void Hull in certain situations, is that the tether does in fact affect the ram sled. So it's entirely possible to see a ram sled coming right at you, and if you shoot a tether, the tether actually pulls the ram sled right away. So if you want to actually have something that is good against ram sleds, that is probably a better option. And it's again because of that I would really recommend that tether be a defensive avionic as opposed to an offensive avionic. The damage from tether being 3,000 possibly radiation damage, that's not particularly high. By comparison, that is basically 2 seconds of a particle ram. So if we keep the particle ram open and you're just sitting next to an enemy fighter that's just there for 2 seconds, that enemy fighter takes the same amount of damage. It's also why it's not particularly effective in the Veil. But that's basically it. It is a rather straightforward battle avionic, but I think the description either needs to get updated or DE needs to go in and see what's going on with the actual units targeted tether shenanigan, because again, it's not 10 enemies that are getting tethered, it's 4. So anyway, let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. Will you be using tether as part of your loadout? Let me know in the comments. I find that tether works really well with Seeker Volley, which is why I tend to use it with Seeker Volley. Otherwise, it's kind of its own thing, and if you're in a lower level mission, it could really just be used by itself in a sort of offensive way, in which case, okay, fine, I guess it's kind of offensive as a battle avionic. But otherwise, hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more WarFrame content, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye!